Hello, and welcome to the Midnight Static. This is our first podcast, and I hope you guys enjoy. And today, for my first guest on the podcast, we have LA Dream, an old friend of mine from long time ago when we met, and still friends. And today we are going to be discussing some stuff games, movies, television, TV, shows, whatever you want to talk about. So, Dream, how are you doing today?
Yo, what's good, man? What's up?
Hey, what's up? Poor Dream here. I was like, all right, we're gonna do a podcast tomorrow, which was yesterday. I messaged him. We're gonna do a podcast tomorrow, and I get on now. Told him, all right, be ready. I'm like, all right, whatever. We're gonna get on, do it. This is like I said, the Midnight Static. This is gonna be my podcast. This is gonna be on the YouTube channel Disabled Gamers, which is my main channel. The podcast will go up somewhere soon. I have not decided. Maybe down the line in the next two podcasts, it will be set up somewhere for anybody to watch. So if you can look in the middle of the screen, which Dream cannot see, but he knows the pictures that are there. The top left picture
Mhm.
is Dream's avatar for on the screen here, and the middle one is mine, which is Retro Cam. A little backstory. When I Dream knows this, I ran through a bunch of stupid fucking names. By the way, we cuss in here. I don't really give a shit. Anyway, um, I went through a lot of names from my first gamer tag, which is I believe when Dream met me. We were on Call of Duty Ghosts, mixed Black Ops 2, and then down the line I had a bunch of other names. I got
But
to this name now, which I think suits me more. Is just two stuff that I like. So that's a simple, easy with that one. I think we're gonna start with our first off asking Dream here a question. What was the very first game that you had ever played, if you can
good.
remember?
My first game I ever played was Crash Team Racing for the PS1.
God damn. For the PlayStation
Yeah,
1 Crash Team Racing, Jesus Christ.
Crash Team Racing. I was so obsessed with that game. I literally would take it to school with me, the case, and I would get in trouble all the time. Like they'd take it away from me, and my parents would like have to come get it for me. They're like, "Why do you keep taking
Damn.
this to school with you?" I was like,
It's
"Yeah,
sentimental, Mom. I
it,
want
it really
this.
was."
This is my game. um,
It was
so I
literally
would
my
do
favorite thing on the planet at that time. I was in pre-K.
Yeah, yeah. I would do the same thing, but mine would be a little bit different. So back, Dream may not understand all of that I used to how I played games. I told him some stuff back when I started playing video games. My first game was actually back on the I want to say this the SNES, the Super Nintendo.
Mm.
I was playing Duck Hunt. That was my first game I
Duck
had
Hunt.
ever played was Duck Hunt. Uh, Honestly, the only reason why I even played video games in the first place was because of my dad. He had this NS. He played a bunch of games. It was Duck Hunt, Mario. I also played this random Disney game. It was like really weird. So to explain it, you would go through different levels of the world on like Disneyland or something like that, and you were on a roller coaster. You would go to different places and make it to the end. It was weird. I don't know why. It was a game. I don't remember the game. If somebody in the comments remembers, let me know. It is old
It was for
as
the
snot.
SNES?
I believe so. Either that, it was on the Nintendo 64. I played Nintendo 64 as well because I played Mario 64. But this game was so old that I cannot remember. It was a Disney game. You rode on a little roller coaster. It was top down, and you had to go through different places, collect coins. It's almost like that game that came out on console and PC recently of that the Disney Worlds or whatever it's called. The one that Captain plays. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Was it the SNES or was it the NES?
Maybe it's the NES. Fuck, I know, dude. I'm
Because there's a
old.
game called Adventures in the Magic Kingdom.
Man, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that was what it
Yeah.
was. That was my third game I started playing after Duck Hunt and shit. That was what it was.
So so after Crash Team Racing, I got into like Ratchet and Clank.
So you went from like PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2 then, right?
Well,
Basically.
yeah. Well, basically, it was like backwards compatible.
Yeah.
So, like, I had my first console ever was the PS2, but like, I had PS1 games because my dad found a way to like burn them into like a disc. The PS1 games.
Jesus. So
Yeah.
you had yourself a makeshift what people sell and shit on like Amazon and stuff where it's like you got 1 in 300 games on this one console or this
Yeah.
disc or Game
No,
Boy.
like he'd burn them. Yeah, like, he'd burn them from the computer to a disc, and they'd work for the PlayStation. They'd read it. It was like weird, but
Damn, different back then. Well, some people don't understand like so like with discs and stuff like this generation now has all this new technology. We got iPads, iPhones, Samsung phones, just in general like smartphones. I want to say with all the new technology and smart TVs and like AI system. Back then, we didn't have that shit. I was working off of a Windows 98 computer back when I was in like school and I owned a Windows 98. I had that computer for a long time. Even while I was like first like gaming on the old like Nintendo systems and shit, I basically was I used to play games on the computer when games actually started coming out like World of Warcraft and Doom. Like with Doom you had to have this little like think of it like a Game Boy, but it was more of like a little floppy disk. That's what it was called. It was a floppy
yeah.
disk, and you basically had to put it into the computer, let it read for a minute, and it would take it like a good. I would think it would take it like almost half an hour just to get the game to go up because you had to download the software to the computer from the floppy disk, read the floppy disk in, then start up the game, and it would be on this well, like Windows like little thing, like a little window on your screen, and then so like that was the best way to see it. If you full screened it, it was you could see the pixels of what what you were playing as you were on the old computer.
That's tight. I mean, like PC gaming. I think my first PC game was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Oh, that was a good one. I played that
Oh,
one on
dude,
the
it
PlayStation.
was.
I remember that.
Oh, dude, that was so good, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, older games. Okay, so like games now are pretty good, yes. But back then, so like if
Dude.
you were a handheld gamer like me, I was a handheld gamer. I
Mm,
played console, just not as much. But when I
yeah.
got up to like from going from then to now, every time something new came out or a new game, we were excited because it was like, oh, you have it's a little bit better graphic looking. It looks awesome. That was what we played back then. It was old. Kids these days are playing like things that take up like shit ton of RAM. Games gotta look flawless, looks
Mm,
realistic to what it looks like in real life. You got VR. None of that shit was back then. We only dreamed about that stuff back then.
yeah. I mean, like it was still good. Like games back then were only like $15. They were PC games.
That's what it was. The thing is. Games these days are expensive. The consoles and everything. Back then, you like I remember when I was getting Game Boy games and that shit cost me like 15 to $20 for a Game Boy game. And then even though that's like a lot, it's really not up to like now like DS and the Switch where games are up to like 60 to $70 a pop for like a game. You're buying a game that almost costs as much as the fucking console or computer that you're working on by putting a part in these days with everything. But
Yeah.
excuse me there.
Yeah, just super expensive because technology is improving. All that bullshit.
I cut my mic for a minute because I was coughing like a maniac for a second. Um. All right, so we went from like games for like 10 minutes just talking there. But what was your, if you can remember your first movie or your very favorite movie that you still love to this day, your number one movie?
A number one movie. Sheesh, that's a good one.
Those days, it's hard now with all these crazy movies and like old movies back then and shit that are just like really good. You gotta understand your favorite.
See. I think I still want to say Friday.
Friday.
Like, Friday was one of my favorite movies of all time. Just like, I could rewatch it and just laugh like I was watching it the first time all the time. Shit's hilarious.
I want to say I have some really big favorite movies out there, but you know I'm a scary junkie, a horror junkie. I love scary shit. I
Yeah.
want to say like one of my favorite scary movies. Like I watched the old Friday 13 and Elm Street and all those, but my favorite one out of all those was White Noise. White Noise
Oh
was just
yeah.
something different. It was just on another like level with how horror was. It even had old technology in it with using like the TV to try to communicate with his like spoiler if nobody has ever seen this movie with a spoiler. Um I'll put a timestamp where you can skip, but basically he was using the old TVs to like communicate with his wife to understand what was happening. His wife basically would tell him certain people he needed to like rescue and stuff that were going to be killed by the dark ones. The dark ones are the ones that basically were interrupting him and getting into like other people's ways, people that they were basically the reason why people like died. They were the dark
Damn.
spirits. And like that the end is insane. I kind of don't even want to spoil like the end. It's just that part because if you haven't seen the ending, it's something else. It's a pretty good twist. If you've never seen this movie White Noise, I highly recommend it. White Noise 2 was okay. White Noise 1 was the best. It was honestly on the top tier list of like movies of my choosing.
Mm. Yeah, more like comedy, action. Movies are cool, but they're funny to me. I don't know. I just think it's hilarious.
So let's see here. Let's head to the next thing. What is your favorite live television show, and what is your favorite show to watch that you enjoyed the most? My mic
What
cut
is
out.
next?
I don't know. I don't know if you heard me, but my mic,
Yeah.
my thing came out.
All right, so what's next?
I had even said what it was. So I said basically, I'm gonna cut this out and get to here. That was a technical difficulty. What is your favorite live television show, and as well your favorite show that you had watched so far in your lifetime?
So like a live action show, you said?
No, like a live television show. So, like a hint
Hmm.
of like Jimmy Kimmel kind of shit,
Oh, like a live
or
TV.
like
Oh,
WWE.
between WWE as a kid, I liked wrestling, so like I would like the, and then also Family Feud was a good one for me. Also, pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, yeah. I was a Wheel of Fortune kid. That was because of my grandparents.
Oh, Wheel
My
of Fortune was good too.
my grandparent would basically just watch game shows, and that's how I
Yeah,
started watching more television of just game shows all the time.
yeah, game shows were cool, especially like Jeopardy too. I like Jeopardy. Just 'cause
Yeah,
of
Jeopardy
the
is good.
knowledge and
Rest
shit.
in peace, Alex Trebek.
Yes, rest in peace. God, he's the goat, man. For so long.
Jeopardy was
Listen,
crazy, dude.
like
It was
my
something
favorite
else.
TV show. I was always into the Kids WB era because I didn't really have cable as a kid, and so it'd be just like basic channels. So I was always a Kid WB fan with like Yu-Gi-Oh and Mega Man NT Warrior,
Yes, Mega Man.
Shaolin
Warrior.
Showdown, all those. Those were
Shaolin
always like,
Showdown. Oh my god, I remember. I remember
yeah.
the intro.
Shaolin
Like,
Showdown was awesome.
that was something else, and then there was like Beyblade, and then One Piece was coming out, and
Oh
there
yeah,
was some other stuff that other people never watched that I
like
had.
Sonic
There was
X was starting
yeah,
out.
there was Sonic X definitely. Like one of
Like
them
the
I watched was
Beyblade
He-Man.
shows.
Bo 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 bo.
He-Man.
Have you ever
Yeah,
heard Bo
Bobo
bo 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 bo?
Bobo, Zatch Bell.
Yeah, Zatch Bell was interesting. That was something else. And
See
then
what?
at a time after like the WB Kids, that era started ending, we had Jetix.
Yeah,
Everything went to Jetix.
Yeah, like Pokemon went to Jetix. What else went to Jetix?
Shaman King.
Shaman King, Puka.
Get Ed.
Yeah, Get Ed. Super Robot, Monkey Team Hyperforce.
Yeah.
Yin Yang Yo.
Oh my god, Yang Yang Yo.
Dude, that was the shit.
What was the other one? Brandy and Mr. Whiskers was one too. That was a weird one.
Yeah.
Brandy and Mr. Whiskers.
Oh yeah, Alpha Teens on Machines.
Oh my god.
Forgot that was a thing.
And then third, like
Drag-
that same time of Jetix, Cartoon Network was
Yeah.
like shitting out really good stuff too.
I know.
Like
Dragon
Grim
Booster.
Adventures. Dragon Booster. I remember that.
Yeah.
I was hyped for Dragon Booster to come on. That was a really good show. It was honestly
Hell
really
yeah,
good.
dude. Oh, Battle Be Damon.
Oh my god, I remember that. That was the little toy things that would shoot
Yeah.
marbles, and you had to knock
Yeah,
off the other
that'll
person's
be-
piece or something like that.
Oh my god, Oban Star Racers. Shit.
I no lie, I own the
Oh yeah, you
full
do.
copy of Oban Star Racers. Yeah, I
Dude,
own a whole
the
copy.
remake cartoon of Astro Boy.
Oh my god,
The
I was a
2003
huge
version.
fan of Astro Boy. That was a mix between
Oh, yeah.
Astro Boy and the OG Mega Man.
Well, Mega Man was based off Astro Boy. Astro Boy came out
Yeah.
before Mega Man, you know, but
Astro Boy was the shit. And
Astro
then when
Boy
they
was
made
the
the
shit.
Astro Boy movie, when I heard that
oh
that they were
yeah.
it was kind of like a remake, I was hella excited. It was just the only thing I noticed was different is how he died. He died completely different in the show.
Oh yeah.
To
And
the
then when
movie.
they made like they tried to like combine both of them, like Mega Man and Astro Boy, and they made Robot Boy.
Yeah, Robot Boy.
That was a weird show, but it was pretty entertaining.
Yeah. In the original Astro Boy show, he gets in a car wreck and it explodes, and that's how
Yeah.
he dies. In the movie, he dies from a nuclear explosion. So either way, he dies in an explosion. It's just one is they just changed it from a wreck to a nuclear explosion instead.
Yeah, but I mean, either way, the animation was still great. And then they made like a bunch of Digimon shows. Jackie
Digimon
Chan had
was the shit.
Adventures. That
Yo,
was my
Samurai
shit.
Jack
Samurai
was
Jack,
the-
dude.
was different. That was
Oh,
on
yeah.
another level. That was something special that we had.
Yeah, like, Samurai Jack. The theory is that that was the professor from Powerpuff Girls and then post-apocalyptic.
Oh my god, yeah, the theories. I remember when Cartoon Network and like just all their other shows, there's people started having like these theories of like different shows, like, oh, this is connected, and then you
Yeah.
actually find out sometimes it was actually connected.
Like, I think
That's-
Samurai Jack was connected. To be honest, if you look at like the evidence of the theories for the Samurai Jack,
Yeah.
it makes sense because it does look like City of Townsville. like where he's from.
Powerpuff Girls was kind of messed up too. They had some. They had some
Dude,
like
Powerpuff
old
Girls was
shows.
dark, man. Like,
Yeah,
that
old
show was
shows back
dark.
then had some dark humor. Like, but people don't understand. They see some of the shows these days. Some of them have adult humor and dark humor, but it's like it's very small, and it just bypasses. If you watch the old stuff, and you really listen to it and watch it, you can see some of the dark humor and jokes that were actually put into these shows back then that we used to watch.
But they were hell awesome, man.
Friggin' Ed, Edd n Eddy, that was a trip. That one was nuts. Here, I'm here.
Okay.
Welcome back, everybody. We had a small little break, so you're gonna hear maybe a cut into the podcast. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh man, so like I think as a kid the most show like I fell in love with had to be Mega Man NT Warrior, like just because
it was honestly the best.
Yeah, honestly it was, and I wanted the PET as a kid so bad and I couldn't get one.
I actually I own 2 PETs. I own a my best friend from school. So to clarify, I had some friends in school. People knew me, but I had a small group. It was a small group of me and like 5 other people. So, but
Yeah.
my first friend, me and him were only friends. He had issues. He could never make friends. He was diagnosed with something, and he just couldn't make friends easy. For some reason, with me personally, he was able to talk to me and be friends with me. Only me. It lasted all the way into, I think, even to middle school, like middle school, and then he started making a little bit more friends at that point. He was uber smart. Like, this old friend of mine, he was beyond so smart that his favorite pastime was reading the dictionary, and he would read it in a day. Every single day he would read the entire dictionary. This is not a joke. Like, he actually would just read the dictionary for fun. He was just uber smart. He knew everything. You asked him a question, he would know the answer. He was just one of those kids that was like super smart. And it was just some of the stuff that I had went through myself. I was disabled. I am still disabled. Not, I wouldn't say severely, but I'm pretty up there on being disabled. I'm missing a vital organ. I'm missing a spleen. I can't grow. I'm missing fingers. Yada yada yada. Back then it was a little bit harder. I was short. I had lost my growth plates when I was young. I couldn't grow, so I was a very short person for a long time. But he just was able to make friends with me, and so on. He got me on one of my birthdays the PET Advance, the one where he was able to transfer with Mega Man. You know what I mean? Where they were able to like to be together. He got me that one. Came with the cord. He had Proto Man and I had Mega Man. He bought it for me. He gave it to me, and I was like,
That's awesome.
hell yeah. And then just recently, it's Japanese version, but I have the Mega Man Battle, I want to say Battle Network 6 PET.
Oh shit.
I have that one.
So hard to find those PETs, man.
That's because most of them were made in Japan, and like Mega Man in general. Mega Man is much, much bigger in Japan.
The Rockman
we all know
stuff,
that. Yeah, with Rockman. But he basically...
Rock is
go ahead.
His actual name.
Yeah,
That's
Rock was his actual name. They changed it for us.
To Mega Man. Well, Mega Man is like him powered up. It's like
yeah.
Yeah, just made it easier for us to understand it.
Made it easier for us Americans to understand. Which it wasn't even bad to have Rockman anyway. those of us who were like huge fans of Mega Man knew that it was Rockman.
Oh yeah.
We already knew that. We knew what that was.
Oh yeah.
And then it was just like all the Mega Man games. Like I played Mega Man 8 like crazy, and all those other games. Like there was a time when I was playing Mega Man 8, just the regular old 8 PlayStation 1, without a memory card. I would speed run because I didn't have a memory card. I was able to speed run the entire game in a day. It took me 3 hours to beat it.
I was so bad at those games. Like I love the Mega Man games, but like I'm so bad at them.
Well, they're out on the Xbox, the Switch, and PlayStation. I think also now on PC if you want to give them another try.
I have I recently bought the collection, all of them, even the
Mega
Man
X
did? Series also.
I bought the Mega Man X series, Mega Man ZX Advent, and ZX. I actually owned the original ZX and ZX Advent back on the DS.
And then I bought Mega Man Legends on the PS3 recently.
Yeah, the Mega Man Legends is some of the best right there. And
that's
then
like honestly
Mega Man Zero series.
Yeah, honestly, Mega Man Legends had the best role.
Yeah. It had a lot of story to it, but the Battle Network series was just more towards, like for me as well, since I was a handheld kid. Like I've lost all my handhelds. You know this story. I left the hotel, should have brought it back with me instead, and it was gone. I lost all my stuff. SP, old Game Boys, Game Boy Color. I want to say, I think it was no, it's 2 years now that I was able to get a Game Boy Color. This story is crazy. So get this. I'm at Goodwill, and I see an old Game Boy Color bag. I was like, oh, this is interesting. I need a Game Boy bag anyway because I still had my DS. So I grabbed it, and I feel it's a little heavy, and I'm like, okay, why is this heavy? Maybe there's just like a little thing in it. I unzip it. There's a Game Boy Color, 5 games, a charger, and a wiggle light inside it. On the bag, it said $3. I go to the lady, and they said, whatever's in the bag is with it. So I got a Game Boy Color, 5 games, a charger, and a wiggle light in the bag for $30 from Goodwill. That was like super luck right there. It was just random.
That's fucking crazy.
I was just out of my mind on that point. And then I own 2 copies of Pokemon Gold. With one of them was broken, the save file was broken, and then one of them was not. So I was playing that. And just recently when I was about to play Pokemon Gold again, I found out that the save file is broken in it now. So I lost all that.
That has to do something with the cartridge.
It's so what it is there's this little like circle thing that's inside it, which is the save timer or whatever whatever you call it. Basically, if you don't play it, I always thought it's if you play it too much, it would break it. That's not the case. It's actually if you don't play the game enough that it will die. I think know that.
It resets after. I mean, if you use it for a certain amount of time, then the timer resets or some shit like that. I remember recently about it.
Yeah. So I didn't know that.
So, just releasing the Skyward Sword is getting a remake. HD. Zelda.
Oh yeah. That's right. I heard about that. And I'm actually kind of excited for that on the Switch.
Me too. That's interesting.
I don't know if you saw, but there is an amiibo that you can purchase or pre-order basically on 7/15, I believe. Do not quote me. I know it's on the 7th month. It's either 7/15 or 7/10. You can probably look it up at GameStop or Nintendo, your local store or whatever, like GameStop or Best Buy or something like that. But basically, you can pre-order the amiibo. It has Zelda and one of the birds that they fly in that game as well on the amiibo itself.
Damn. That's crazy.
And if anybody hears a sound like I am vaping right now. I felt like vaping my foot. I hurt my foot. It hurts like hell. So, yeah.
Speaking of vape, I fucking did laundry today, and then I washed my Stizzy by accident, and the cartridge got ruined.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I did. I couldn't find it. I was looking for it all yesterday, and then I did laundry. And
No.
I was like, shit.
That
fucking washed it.
sucks.
So, yeah, but I mean, there wasn't that much
really
left
sucks.
inside the cartridge, but the city works. It's just I gotta charge it, but so mad.
So something else that I remembered that I forgot. Ratchet and Clank. We were talking about that, and I keep forgetting. I gotta remember.
Rift Apart looks fucking fantastic.
It looks really good. I'm not gonna be able to play because I don't own. I'm not gonna own a PS5. I'm gonna most likely watch it from Dream or watch it from somebody else, whoever.
Well,
most likely Dream. He's gonna. I think he's gonna stream it, so I'm gonna watch that.
Trying to get a PlayStation, but they sold out today.
Okay.
So sad.
But the company, what's the company that made Ratchet and Clank? It's Neversoft,
Insomniac.
right?
No, it's
Oh, is it
Insomniac.
Insomniac, not Neversoft. I'm a fucking idiot. Insomniac. Did you hear about their Sunset Overdrive?
Yeah, that PlayStation. I mean, that Sony bought the rights to Sunset
They
Overdrive.
bought the rights, Xbox exclusive. So if nobody knows this, what that kind of means in a sense. It's hope, but also kind of okay. It's whatever, I guess. But basically, if you never played Sunset Overdrive, it was a game made by the creators of Ratchet and Clank that was solely for Xbox. It was very good. It was short, but it was a very good game. It played exactly like Ratchet and Clank. But Sony just recently bought the rights to the game, which means it could come to PlayStation as well, people being able to play on PlayStation. But if they make a second game with Sony buying the rights, the second game may only come to PlayStation. Which in a sense, it's the same way with Xbox that sucked for PlayStation people. But it's going to be, if they make a second game, that completely excludes Xbox. And then if they're remade it, the first game, and it goes to PlayStation, then everyone has the first game. But then Xbox will not have the second game if they plan on making it anyway. But, yeah. So, that's a thing.
Yeah, they registered the trademark for Sunset Overdrive.
I saw that and I was like, oh, that's some good news, some bad news there. PlayStation people, hey, you might get to play the first game if they redo it or whatever on there. Which, if they bought the rights, there's obviously something's going to be done there with it. It's just the problem is if the second game is made, Xbox players are most likely not going to get to play it. Unless there's a deal made that lets the game go back on each other. Kind of like how Undertale was. Undertale was PC exclusive. Then it went to the Switch, and then it went to everybody on PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah, so, I mean, game is freaking fun as hell. So much replay value for that game.
There really is. And then there was DLCs for, like, other extra story parts and whatnot.
Yeah, even the DLC is fun.
So, let me see here. I always have things written down, and then my dumbass is like, what are we doing again?
We go off topic, and we talk about this shit.
Oh yeah, about losing weight. I just wanted to personally say this. So, for a long time now, I don't want to say I'm fat. I'm a big chunky boy. I'm a little bit chunky. But I had some equipment that I got during like last Christmas and whatnot. It's set up and everything, and I am exercising, and my goal is to get to 180 pounds. I'm 200 something right now. I'm not gonna give you the whole shebang of it. Don't need to. I'm just a little bit of a chunky boy. I've been chunky boy for a little bit now. Not horrible. I'm not eating like crazy as I used to be. I've minimized the amount I eat, portion wise, how much I eat a day. I'm watching my calories. I'm exercising. I'm exercising on a bike machine that does 2 to 3 different things, with 30-minute, not just 30 minutes a day, but 60 minutes a day actually. So like an hour worth. So I'm doing like 30 in the morning, 30 at night. And then yeah, I've been doing this every day. I have been doing this for about. I have started for like 2 weeks doing this, and I have seen some results. I'm feeling better. My muscles aren't as horrible. I've actually got something there that's moving my ass. So Chunky Boy gonna be gone soon. I'm trying to get myself to a really good weight. So yeah, I just wanted to feel like saying that.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on myself also. I'm trying to get a gym membership, go back to the gym, drop some weight, get rid of like,
Mm.
a bunch of body fat. So I just gotta do my research on which gym I want to go back to.
The biggest thing you gotta watch out for is carbs. That is a
Oh
big
my god,
number
that is a
one right there. The
diabetic's worst.
carbs.
There's
We
carbs,
eat
yeah.
as us. We eat a lot of carbs, and some people may not even like notice it. There is just a lot of the foods that we eat just has a lot of carbs, sugars, and like just anything like obviously the sodas. I've cut back on sodas. I for like a whole week and a half actually, I did not drink any soda, and I kind of started drinking soda again. Not as crazy as I was. I usually just drink soda at like dinner time now, and that's about it. If I need a caffeine, because I always need my caffeine, I usually get a Crystal Light or flavor thing, put in my water, and there I go. I get my caffeine from there.
Yeah, I've been trying to cut back on soda myself. Sheesh, it's getting ridiculous. I mean, like, I was doing so good, man, and then all of a sudden I just started getting crazy again. I just gotta watch my habits.
Yeah, it happens. It happens to all of us. We're exercising, we're trying to lose weight, and then sometimes a cheat day comes out of nowhere, and it can throw us off balance. But we can always bounce right back on to that, and try our hardest not to try to get into our cravings that we want. Like lately, I've been craving fucking chocolate again, and I have barely been eating like chocolate anymore and shit, or at least trying. Like ice cream, ice cream is my problem. There's I like chocolate ice cream, and right now I am trying not to have any at this
Jeez.
moment. But speaking about the going back to the Game Boys and stuff real quick, I had found this retro store, and when I went there, I was able to repurchase a Game Boy SP and finish my Mega Man Battle Network collection because I originally had owned all of them, and then I lost a bunch. So here and there, I've been just getting one by one my Mega Man Battle Network. I got
Mm.
Battle Network 5 from there and a Game Boy SP, and I also got some stuff for the Nintendo 64 because I own a Nintendo 64 still.
Oh, okay.
So I had done all that stuff, but let's get into the spoiler area. This might be our final stretch right here. Spoiler area. Why we want to do spoiler area? Because we're gonna be talking about Marvel and Star Wars. Dream can choose which one he wants to start with spoiling. Do you want to do
Which
Marvel
one?
or Star Wars?
Ooh, let's talk about Marvel because I want to talk about the new show, MODOK. That's going to Hulu.
Oh yeah, I is it out yet? I don't even know if it's
No, it
out.
comes out in a couple days, but I seen the trailer for it and it looks good.
It reminds me of a robot chicken kind of style.
Yeah, the
The way
animation's like
it's
that,
like set up, yeah, some kind of robot chicken.
which I
It,
love. So it's gonna be even better.
yeah, and then we watched. There was WandaVision and the Falcon. Which one did you enjoy more?
WandaVision or Falcon?
Yeah,
Ooh, I kind of like Falcon. To be
Falcon
honest.
was really good, honestly. WandaVision, I liked it as well. I enjoyed both. I just liked I think I liked Falcon a little bit more.
Yeah, me too. Just by a little bit, but don't get me wrong, I love me some Elizabeth Olsen, but
Yeah.
but yeah, it's great. Both of them, I'm impressed
that
with Marvel shows.
that ending of WandaVision got me though. Like she was getting better and everything, and then she's at this cabin, and then you see her reading into the book and whatnot, and you're like, oh great, what now? What dark beings are gonna be coming and stuff? And then we had all these announcements of Marvel movies. Ant-Man. We have Eternals. What else was there? There was shit. What else was there? There was Eternals, Ant-Man, Doctor Strange. We got Venom,
Hmm.
Mobius. Hopefully will come out eventually. I've been excited for that one. Just like a bunch of there's a bunch of superhero movies even on DC's side that are be coming out soon, like Batman with the new Batman and Riddler, and just like other things that hopefully will eventually come out soon because everything's been on hold because of
Yeah,
you know what we're in the pandemic, which is hopefully will eventually get better and whatnot. So it seems like it's getting a little bit better, but there's still problems. Obviously, we're all at home, we're being safe. Everyone should be safe and whatnot. Hopefully, you are safe out there.
definitely. I agree.
Now let's get into Bad Batch,
Oh,
because
dude.
I know you've been watching it, and I was supposed to be watching it today, and I have not. So if you spoil anything, it's all right. I've seen some things here and there.
Well, Bad Batch. I'm just gonna tell you what the plot is, like the setting. I'm not gonna ruin it completely. It just takes place after. So it takes place after, um, pretty much towards the end of episode 3. Is where it starts.
Okay, I saw
Yeah.
something about Order 66 popped up. I seen a clip of that.
Yeah. But I mean, it's good, honestly. Got some like different adventures and shit, so it's like,
Yeah.
as you know, they were in, like most of them weren't chipped like the others, like the inhibitor chip.
To think about it, so you got the Bad Batch, really good, amazing group. They get their shit done.
Oh yeah.
In a standard, when you want them to be to be chipped, I'm just saying you have the greatest clone team out here, or the like the greatest team that gets shit done. You would think you would want them chipped
Yeah.
to do 66. I mean, like, I don't know. It's just me, but like, yo, I've been chipping you guys. You're a good team. With them not being chipped, they can still just fight back, and they're more reliable, and they're just better at doing the job. Uh, I think that kind of like wraps up the podcast. To be honest, there'll be a portion that's taken out for a break to let y'all know. Um, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the first episode of Midnight Static. This is Retro Cam. Seeing you guys later, and our guest Dream. If you have
Thank you
any
very much
other
for
things to
having me.
say, all right, there you go. All
Yeah, yeah.
right. So I hope to see you guys later. This podcast will probably go up on May 20th. With it is now May 19th. So hope you guys see it. A lot of podcasts are going to be coming out on the channel. A little bit more than gaming. Gaming stuff will be coming, but I
Yeah.
feel like doing podcasts more for now. So I'll see you guys next time.